My name is Richie and today we have update 18.20 and this one is a pretty cool one. What do you think, Ramirez? I think she likes it. Alright, so let's quickly jump over everything that is new, and we starting off first by the new BR items. So first of all, the highlight of the BR items I think is the armored wall. Pretty cool, works the same way. You place it on any kind of wall and then you can just place it on there. Works like a normal trap. Really cool device, really cool trap I would say, and definitely something that a lot of people ask for. Okay, the next one is the NPC device, or now it's called I think the character device. And yeah, this one got removed from the game as we got it in the 18.0 update, and then it got removed because it was not ready yet. But we finally have it now, and it comes with a few more different variants, I think. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It has a bunch of skins. I already made the video on that on the first time, and I'm going to link that at the end of this video. So if you're really interested in what this device does, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. But basically, it's a really cool device. It can emote. It can transmit to you via channels. You can turn it on and off. It can play emotes. It can interact. Really awesome device. It does not walk or something. It has just emotes. But in general, it's a really good device. Okay, so this one is the remote signal manager. And I wasn't expecting this at all, and I would say it's probably the best device that we got in a very long time. It's even better than the NPC device, because this finally allows you to give people something in their hand which they can remote trigger in their hand. So they can use these little like pads here, and they can actually press buttons on these. You can have two buttons on there. For mouse it is left click and right click, and I'm not sure whether it's on controller, but you have 4 of these remotes, and each of these remotes are named A, B, and D, and they're obviously linked to the corresponding signal manager. And it is really cool. It is like you can actually now send signals from players. They can actually remote trigger signals in their hands. As you saw in the beginning, I used this to trigger the emote of the head of Ramirez nodding, which is really cool. I'm going to do a full in-depth tutorial on this one. I'm not 100% sure on how this device fully works yet, what you can do with it, what you cannot do with it, but it is such an amazing device, and already from what I tested out, it is super amazing and a game changer for Fortnite Creative. Coming next, we have some changes to the SkyDom device, and this device is getting a lot of treatment recently. This now has, first of all, 2 new light sources, or actually 1 new light source. We have Moon 1, which is, I think, the first moon that we ever had, so you can see it right here. And then we also have a different moon, which is a little bit more realistic, you can say. But the big highlight of this new update is, first of all, that we got clouds now in this update. So you can actually have realistic clouds, which I think are the normal Fortnite clouds. And then we have these more twisty clouds over here, which also look pretty cool. But you can also change like the cloud direction, you can change the speed, so there's a lot of new stuff in this device. There's also a new ambient light mode. I haven't played with this too much around, so I cannot really tell you too much what this is about. But I would say it's just like the more like sensitive light, and it feels really good. And I'm really excited to play around with this device a little bit more to see what is going on here. So let's come to the BR items that we also got, and we got the Chili Chuck Splash and the Shadow Flopper. It also says that we got the Chuck Splash back. I wasn't sure if that device or this item was actually removed, but it says it is unvolted, so we got it back apparently. So really cool. These are obviously BR items, and they do the same thing as they do in BR. Nothing special here. Okay, so let's move on to the highlight for everybody that likes to build custom stuff with the Primitive Shape Gallery. First of all, the Primitive Shape Gallery got new materials. This is the first one, which is called Word Edit, or Word Grid. It is actually more of the like grid type of texture. Really cool. I think it's pretty unique and pretty like, you can only use it in certain cases, but it's definitely cool, cool looking grid. And then we got this one over here, which is called, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce this, but it is looking amazing. And I can already see what is coming with like alien type of maps and stuff like that. Really cool looking. And then we also got Chrome. This one obviously looks the best on very high settings. And if you have RTX, then this will look probably amazing because it will be almost like a mirror. But that's not everything we got in the Primitive Gallery. We also got a few bigger sized shapes here. So these are completely new. These are like bigger versions of these smaller ones over here. And I'm pretty sure that this gallery in a whole should have like a big section, like a very big section, because all of these are like pretty cool, but they still like, even if you max them out to the biggest, they're still very small. And I really would wish that Fortnite would add like a huge primitive shapes galleries, but maybe in the future. So I think for now this is pretty cool. And yeah, that is basically everything that we got currently. There should also be the Switch device in the game, which is not in the game. It says on the update page, but it's not in here. So hopefully they're gonna patch that in later, and hopefully they don't remove anything. And yeah, I think this is an amazing update overall. Really cool, really amazing stuff here. Really excited to play around with the remote device and the NPC device. So with that being said, I forgot a few things. So back to Fortnite. Okay, so me being me, obviously we're getting at least one thing in the update. And first of all, we got 2 new islands, which you saw in the background of the video. So obviously I forgot it to tell you guys. So we have the survival island, which is basically also like a version of the mountain rigged island. One in empty and one with trees and stuff like that. So pretty cool here. And also, if we quickly take a look at the tracker device, we can see that we have now a bunch more options which you can put in the set to track. And it also allows you now to have multiple trackers on the side of your hut. So that's really cool. And yeah, hopefully I now have everything. The Switch device is still not in the game as I'm recording this again. I will leave the rest of the mannequin device from the last update, so you can watch that if you're interested. And other than that, I'll see you guys back in the next one. Bye. Alright, so the one device that we got is the new action figure. And this device is probably the closest that we are going to get to an NPC device. This device has so much potential, and I can see this device getting updated with even more skins, because you can put skins in here, you can put emotes in here. But with that being said, let's quickly jump over this device and show you guys everything that is in here. Okay, so starting in, you have the character selection where you can select a bunch of different skins. So as you can see, you can select whatever skin you want in here, and it will change into that skin. And these are all the skins that are currently in this device, and I think this is a very great selection. I think they kind of choose to have a different variety of skins, not skins that just look cool, but skins that can be used as NPCs quite frequently. And I think this is very cool that we get a bunch of different skins here. But that is not everything. This device also has some built-in postures, so you can basically select the posture in this device and then have the character act to it. You can even turn them on and off. We come to that in a second as well, but here are all the postures that you have, and you can see again these are quite unique. So you have quite some different ones. You even have somewhat of a running circle, so you can somewhat make a running animation here, but I think like even crouching animations are really cool. Basically postures that we have in this device. Also, this is not like 2 or 3 like in the dance mannequin device. It is actually quite a bit, and I'm really excited to play around with this one. Up next, you can go in this device and actually set a transmit or do not interact channel in here, which means that you can actually click and interact with this NPC if you set up channels here. So if you want to interact with this, you can basically set up a channel here, and you can also see that we have a play emote button. So you can basically set the interact button with the emote button to the same channel, and then you can have an emote reacting to your clicking on the character. And under the emotes, there's a few emotes in here. There's not like as many as the postures, but I'll quickly show you guys what the emotes are. Alright, so for the first emote, we have this one right here. And you can even see that if you press this emote, the character actually kind of steps into the emote, which is really cool. Looks like an actual animation. This one is the next one, is the air horn. It is a different one from the actual emote. So I have the air horn, I think, where is it? Here. So you can see the air horn normally goes in front, but this one goes more to the top, which is very interesting. And then we have this like hide thing. We also have this one. One thing which is very important to note is that these, not all of these loop, like this one right here. So you can see the dances are looping, but not all of the emotes are looping. So you have to re-enable them if you want to do that. Then we have the air guitar. We have the head nodding. Okay, so then we have this phone emote right here. I was not sure if this was actually an emote in the game. I don't have it for sure, but I think it is one. And then we also have the pointing finger, and we have this one right here. And as you saw at the beginning, we also have clapping hands. I don't think I have to show this again. And that is basically almost it for this device. There's just a few more things like enable and disable, turn on and off the basic things which you can have in the device. So it turns on and off the device. But other than that, a really cool device here. Okay, so there's one quick thing which I want to show you guys, that even if you have the crouch animation, it basically goes up to full animation, then does the animation and goes back, which I personally think is really cool. So if you're crouching, it goes full into the emote animation and then goes back into the crouching animation. I think that personally is a really good touch, and really excited to see what people do with this. Same thing here. as already said, you can also create some like kind of running circles, some animations, if you kind of do them afterwards and kind of put them in the circle.